At it again, and I have a Jesse Waters clip that I want to show you guys. He did another street interview type of video clip. Shout out to Jesse Waters. But then I have some more clips that I want to show you because, remember I said that the voting base for Trump will look completely different? Yeah. I'm just going to give you a little hint as to what we're going to dive into after this clip. But with that being said, let's dive in.
Black America has been voting for Democrats for decades. How's that working out?
They don't care about us. They just want our votes.
It sucks because everybody forgets.
They ain't doing nothing for me.
It hasn't been the best.
But you're going to just continue voting Democrat?
Yeah, I mean, I'm loyal to my soil.
Oh, God.
What do you plan to do about crime in our city?
A lot.
Barack Obama says that if you don't vote for Kamala Harris, you're sexist. You sexist?
No. But I don't think a woman ready to run this country.
A sexist would say.
He could call me whatever he want. That doesn't make it true.
The right woman could run this country and run it very well.
But it's not Kamala?
Nah, no.
I love women. Look, this is a men's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl.
I mean, you could not make this stuff up.
Remember Joe Biden said if you don't support him, you ain't black.
I ain't black. When I look in the mirror, I see a black guy.
I don't think he said that.
And you ain't black.
Donald Trump was shot. He got arrested. They're trying to bankrupt him. What's going on?
I don't know. He got to get his life in order.
When you get up to the top, they always try to bring you down. If he could persevere through everything he's going through right now, then I could do the same thing.
When I saw that he was running for president from the beginning, I really thought it was a joke.
Isn't it a nice thing to have imagination?
When you think of Kamala Harris, what comes to mind?
I don't see a president.
A woman that's going to get the job done.
A black lady, like a strong black lady.
She's just a liar.
I don't really think that a female can take a man's role when it comes to war, when it comes to economy.
Have you no empathy, man?
Yes.
You know.
How does Philly get out the vote?
They try to get me to vote down ballot for Democrats.
People asking me who I'm supporting and telling me to vote for Kamala.
So people are persuading you to vote for Kamala?
Yeah.
Is it working?
Do they pass out money for votes around here?
Gift cards, all types of stuff.
That's what they do around here?
A lot of places do.
No.
Would you take it if they did?
Absolutely.
Pay them more.
Who are your friends and neighbors voting for?
Probably half and half.
The smart ones voting for Trump.
It's Kamala.
I don't necessarily think my black male friends are going to vote.
You have some people that saying they're not going to vote at all.
Oh, will you ask people that you know to vote, please? And will you ask them to vote for me?
Yeah. So, I know some people are probably asking, Rich, you just showed us some folks that were saying that they weren't voting for Trump. Yeah, but the fact that you have black people speaking out loud and proud, yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Yeah, the smart people are voting for Trump. Out of my black friend group, it's about 50-50. I think that's huge. That's huge. Trump doesn't need to win, the black vote, in a majority of the black vote, I should say. He doesn't need to have 51%. 30% is absolutely massive. Massive. Especially when you consider the fact that, black people have been voting Democrat for years and at a 90% clip. 30%, which I've seen a poll that said that Trump, actually I think Trump polled just over 30%. I want to say it was like 31 or 32 or something. It was like low 30s. If he actually does that, good night. The election is over, right? It is over. But what I want to get into is something that I've talked about a lot. Obviously, you have black folks, which I just showed you guys, lots of black people, myself included. I know Joe Biden wouldn't consider me black, but I am through and through. Free tans for life. Okay, baby. But, yeah, I've always talked about how the Republican base will look completely different. And it's already begun. And I got a few clips I want to show you to illustrate that a little bit. Check it out.
Hi, I just voted for Trump. It was honestly, there were moments while I was filling in the circles where it was like, oh, Democrat. Wait, no, hold on, pause. I gotta circle the Republican part. Like, it was kind of like my whole body was so used to thinking Democrat while voting. So it was nice to just circle all the Republicans. But while I'm sitting here with my friend Laura, We've been chatting about medical transition and how it's also painful to have family and friends not be able to see where you're coming from. As much as I've told my parents, my friends, and family all about medical transition, how hard that was to be told a lie that there's something wrong with me and changing my body and doing things to my body is the answer.
Remember I told you guys, there will come a time where you won't be able to pick out a Trump supporter versus a Democrat. I think we're basically already here. You know, there was a time where you could walk around and you could look at folks and you could kind of tell which way they voted. That's a Trump supporter. No, they definitely voted for Kamala for sure, or Joe Biden for sure. You know, that's completely changing, guys. And it's a beautiful thing to see. It really is. This is a nightmare for Democrats.
I just voted for, I think you could probably guess, but Donald Trump. I am a detransitioner, I'm an ex-leftist, and this is my first time voting Republican. As I sit here right now wearing my mastectomy bra because my breasts were removed when I was 20 years old and suicidal. I'm now 27 and so much has changed. I just feel very free. I truly feel so appreciative to be an American. It really is possible to grow, to transcend that negative self-image and negative image of country. My negative image of America really comes from childhood abuse from my father. And I know it's very cliche, but if you have daddy issues, you're gonna have issues with authority. You're gonna have issues with respecting the nation and any sort of tradition. I've come to see that this nation has great roots. We have an amazing republic, and it's okay to love your nation. That wouldn't be possible for me to say unless I had done personal healing in my detransition. I have a spirit of optimism because I know that it is possible to claw your way up from hell. And right now, I'm not really interested in having more like communist hell stuff going on with Kamala and her business of depopulation and all this negative nihilistic spirit. So I hope everyone's doing great and make sure to get out and vote. Ain't
that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful to see? I love it. Absolutely love it. This will be the end of the Democrat Party. But let's continue on.
I just voted and did my part, and I don't like either candidate, but I cannot vote and keep the same thing going on right now. I'm not going to vote for the same administration that is giving all our taxpayer money away to other countries, not taking care of hurricane victims that are on our soil, and have put policies into place that protect, anyone but Americans. And I'm not going to keep that in office. So I did vote for Trump. If that pisses you off, I could give a shit. And I'm hoping that we can turn this thing around to start focusing back on our country and the people that work hard to make it.
Facts. So you guys remember that Democrats were trying to push the narrative that, voting for Kamala was the lesser of two evils. That's completely flipped too. Those same folks who, as you saw there, he doesn't like either candidate. He was like, I can't vote for this woman. She would absolutely destroy this country. They have destroyed this country. The whole lesser of two evils thing, it's absolutely flipped on its head. And now people that say that are actually voting for Trump. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see. I got one last. Well, no, I'm gonna show y'all two more. I'll show you this one, and then one last one. Check this one out.
President Trump, we love you. We will support you all the way to the end. Thank you for everything you've been doing.
We have a message for you, President Trump, from all the way down from the RGB 956. Latinos for Trump here representing. We've been with you since 2016. Co-founded Latinos for Trump. We pray for you, and it's time to what? Finish the wall! 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 Finish the wall!
You love to see it. You love to see it. But you really messed up when you get folks who, from what I've seen and what I've heard, just mind their business. They don't bother nobody. They live their life and, kind of do their own thing. When you have them ticked off enough to show up and vote, you've got an issue.
Are there a lot more people in Lancaster County that are voting for Trump now than used to?
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of Amish that are at Chester to vote this election. So
there's a lot of Amish that are
voting now.
That are voting now.
Yeah.
And you said that a lot of the Amish don't put a sign in their yard. Why?
Hardly anybody does. No, not from the plain community.
Why is that?
They don't want to draw attention. That's probably the reason.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why, Republicans don't put out Trump signs. One is because, and I actually dropped a YouTube short on this, so make sure you watch my YouTube shorts. I know, shameless plug. But one big reason is because we don't want our property destroyed. Democrats are loony bins. They are crazy. Cuckoo. You put a Trump sign in your yard and you're liable to have your tires poked, right? Some eggs thrown at your house, just to be harassed. Whenever we see a Kamala sign, we don't bother those folks, but they sure will come and bother us. So I think that's one big reason why you don't see as many Trump signs as what you should, you should, which I hope Trump changes that when he gets into office. Makes it illegal to discriminate against anyone based on political affiliation. And you could be charged with 5 years in prison if you're caught on camera destroying someone's political sign or something like that. That would be fantastic. I would love a law like that. Yeah. Make a law that says, hey, if you destroy anyone's political sign, you got 5 years in jail. Mandatory minimum. I guarantee you all that will stop. And if that happened, you're going to see a whole lot of Trump flags, whole lot of Trump signs. You're going to see them everywhere. Everywhere. Because there's going to be a lot of folks getting locked up, and we won't have to worry about it. But hey, what do y'all think? Let me know. But like I said, this is such a beautiful thing to see. People that you wouldn't think would vote for Trump are actually major supporters now. And speaking out openly on camera, because there's still a lot of closet Trump supporters, people that are just, real quiet about it, don't say anything, just are going to show up to vote for Trump and stay quiet. There's still a lot of those folks. But to have people who you wouldn't think would traditionally vote for Trump, like speaking out about it, that's huge. That is huge. And, I could see the writing on the wall from a mile away, and it's already begun happening, right? I've got other clips like these that I can show you guys as well. Maybe I'll make another video like this, because there's a lot of clips like these out there where you look at them and you're like, there's probably not a Trump voter. Yeah, they are. They are supporting Trump 1,000%. And I welcome them. I welcome them all, obviously. But anyway, y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.